The support penalty for farming minions is being completely removed for 26.7, while a bunch of OP picks from last patch, like Ornn, Nami, and Singed, are receiving nerfs. So let's break everything down and provide you guys with all the changes that will be hitting live servers this upcoming Wednesday, April 1st. So, for the one and only system change of the patch, support players will no longer be penalized for farming minions no matter how many minions they kill. Riot changed the penalty last patch so that if you farmed over 24 minions pre 5 minutes, then you would get less gold for each minion kill from then on out. Post 5 minutes, you were allowed to kill 6 minions every minute, but now there will not be a cap. So it'll be interesting to see if this opens things up for some unique bot lane duos in pro play where the support and ADC split farm. This change likely won't have any massive influence on solo queue unless you're playing a mage support and can help your team clear waves later on in the game. Then you'll have a bit of a greater gold income now. Shyvana has landed in an incredibly weak spot for solo queue after her hotfix nerfs from last patch, so Riot has one change planned for this patch and more to come in 26.8. The change going live for this patch is to her R, as instead of providing an extra 0.015 fury per second for each point of ultimate ability haste will now amplify all fury generation by 1% per 1 ultimate haste. So the fact Shyvana R scales off ultimate ability haste definitely feels like Riot wants players to build Hexblade on her, but the Kraken Rush build has just proved to be more effective so far. With this change being issued, we'll have to keep an eye on the viability of Hexblade throughout the patch and see if it overtakes Kraken. A couple of Cassiopeia buffs are on the way, with her base mana going up from 450 to 480, and E base damage, while the target is poisoned, being increased from 20 scaling to 112 to 20 scaling to 120. We've got a Callista buff for this patch, with her EAD scaling on bonus damage per stack going up from 20 scaling to 40% to 20 scaling to 50% AD. Riot's got a few buffs planned for Rel, as her E movement speed is going up from 10 to 15% and up from 25 to 30% when facing an ally or visible enemy. R damage is being adjusted as well, from 120 scaling to 380 to 150 scaling to 350, so a buff at rank 1 and 2 in the spell, but a nerf at max rank, which is definitely a net buff because hitting level 16 as a support is not going to happen all that often. Moving on to the champion nerfs now. Graves is going to be issued a nerf with his base AD going down from 68 to 66. Karma's Mantra E will become weaker for 26.7 as the primary and secondary target shield is going down from 50 scaling to 200 to 45 scaling to 165. It's an absolute miracle as Nami is actually receiving a nerf in a League of Legends patch. After being an OP tier support for all of Season 16, Nami will see her W bounce effectiveness nerfed going from negative 10% to negative 20%. However, the AP ratio on the bounce is up from 10 to 15%. An OP tier top lane champ from last patch is next on the nerf list, as Ornn will have his passive brittle damage reduced from 10 scaling to 18% to 9 scaling to 16%. Singed will be losing some late game tankiness as his R resists per rank in R will stay the same at rank 1, be reduced by 5 at rank 2, and drop by 10 at max rank. And then Veigar is the final champion being changed for 26.7, with his R cooldown going up by 20 seconds at rank 1, 10 seconds at rank 2, and will stay the same at max rank. Alright guys, one last thing, our rank up guarantee is insane. It's like signing up for the gym and getting a refund if you don't get ripped. That's how confident we are in SkillCapped. We obsess over making the best guides with top players, rigorous testing, and top tier video editing to make your climb easy. If you're ready to level up, visit SkillCapped.com and see the difference. So there you have it everyone. Those are all the changes we can expect to drop for 26.7, which hits live servers this upcoming Wednesday, April 1st. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.